guys, we're here with Greg Hackney. Greg, just wanted to first of all congratulate you on making another classic, and also just say a big shout out and a big hello from all the Australians that follow along. Yeah, really just wanted to say thank you for all the entertainment and enjoyment we've had over the years watching you and all the other Elite Series pros, and wishing you all the best for the weekend ahead.
Well, I do appreciate that, and it's on my bucket list. I'm really, after seeing Gussie and Carl in Australia fishing, I'm like, I have to do that.
We got to get you over for
y'all got some big bass.
some big bass, some big barramundi, but it'll be awesome to have you down. So yeah, hopefully we can make that happen.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
In terms of the weekend ahead, just wanted to see just a quick summary of how your practice went, what you're looking like in terms of, first day, second day. Are you on smallies, largemouth, combination of both?
I think it needs to be a combination of both. I'm not total smallmouth fishing. I'm more catching them together, honestly, and I think that's the plan for me this week. I don't know how, and I'll tell you the reason I'm saying that is because things are changing. So I mean, I caught fish a bunch of different ways in practice, but I got a bunch of other stuff rigged up that I've not been bid on in practice just because I'm anticipating changes with the weather and or wishful thinking that maybe, there'll be some changes with the weather and I'll be able to do some different stuff. So I think it's setting up to be good.
Sure.
The weather's nice, and, it'll help everybody mentally because the weather's not bad. Regardless of whatever you do, when the weather's as bad as it was like Sunday, it works on you mentally. It makes it harder to go longer between bites. Your mind is your enemy, when it's like that. But when you have good weather, you're always anticipating the next bite. So I think it's not only good for me, but this weather will be good for everybody in the field and keep everybody mentally in a good place.
Yep, awesome. And in terms of some key baits for yourself, top 3, top 5 baits, do you think?
Probably swim bait, a jig, and a crankbait will be huge players, not only for me, for a lot of other guys too, but I definitely think those will be the top players. And those are also baits that you can catch the right quality fish on that you need this week, and you can lock one of them in your hand. But the deal is it actually could be a deal where you lock one in your hand one day, one in your hand the next day, a different one, and then so on. It might be a deal where you can't make one bait work the whole week. I don't expect that because, a guy who fishes all 3 days is going to have to be pretty versatile to survive all 3 days. Yeah,
gotcha. And in terms of, I guess, your plan, do you think you're going to be running and gunning a lot or get into an area? And
yeah, I hopefully that I can get an area going the first day. It's my plan. But it's going to take a lot of area.
Sure.
I don't have a place and that I could spend all 3 days. Mm-hmm. I'll be lucky to have a place I could spend, in a big area. I can fish around a couple days, but I don't have anything that I could light down on and say, this is the magic stretch or this is the magic spot. And I never found any schools of fish or anything like that. Now, with that being said, I know there are guys smallmouth fishing that, are going to try to make that work, areas like that for 3 days. But because I'm fishing for both, and I'm a good largemouth fisherman, so I can't take that out of play. Largemouth fit my strengths, and so that's the cool thing for me is when I can catch them together.
Gotcha. And do you think forward-facing sonar is going to play for you this weekend, or not so much?
It will play for me to some extent. I'm sure there are guys that will play for 100% vested in it. And it will help me figure out where the fish are. These fish do move a lot, and not far, but move from where you're making a cast to a different location. So it does play a factor it will be a factor it would be hard for me to believe in this group there's anybody not utilizing it this week to some extent.
Yeah, awesome. And
have you used it on those big barramundi?
No, I'm from down south, so I fish for some of the smaller species. Our tournament fish is called a brim, which is probably closer to a sheephead.
How about that?
Yeah, so we use a lot of crab imitations, mussel
they're
imitations.
bottom feeders.
Yeah. But it works well. I've got active target 2 on my Hobie, and we're running the ghost.
Do they bite a jig?
they're a little bit too big for jigs. So our estuary perch and our Australian bass eat jigs though.
How big are the brim?
The brim, I'll show you after we get off. A really good brim is 4 pounds. Yeah. So they've got some crushing teeth as well, so you never kind of lip them.
How about that's awesome.
Yeah. And I was just a couple quick questions again. Just wanted to see, you've done a lot of these classics. Now, is there anything different in terms of the lead up to this one that you've done that's been different to previous classics?
I think mentally I'm just in a really good place.
Yeah, I was listening to the interview before.
Yeah, I don't know. The main thing is last year was my first year back to the Classic in a few years because I was fishing the Competitors Trail, and I just made a pact with myself that I would enjoy it, and that's the goal this week too, is just to enjoy it. And I think that helps you keep mentally in the right place. If you enjoy what you're doing, you know, mentally you're not. And I think in the past too, I've had a tendency to put way too much pressure on myself in the Classic because it meant so much. You know, this tournament means so much to me. I think it was having a negative effect on my life.
Got you.
So now I'm like, you know what, just enjoy it, and however it turns out that way. Do what you do, and if I'm...
You always fish better when you're relaxed and you enjoy it.
No doubt.
Yeah. And finally, are you a superstitious man? Do you have any superstitions?
No, but I'm a creature of habit. I don't know if that's superstitious. I do things a lot the same way. I typically park in the same places and do things like that, you know. But I don't have any one thing, if that makes sense.
Got you.
Like, I don't wear red socks, or you know what I mean. I don't have anything like that. It's just like I'll create a habit and do that all the time.
For sure. All right. Hey, Greg, thank you so much for your time.
Thank
I wish
you.
you all the very best, and big shout out from all the Aussies back home.
Yes, and I look forward to seeing y'all one day.